Hello Americans! I am very ill at the moment, or sick as you would probably call it. Yes, in the middle of summer. And as you can probably tell from my previous two videos, which were literally just clip dumps, I'm taking a small break from YouTube whilst I'm recovering. However, I'd like to squash my physical health for a second to talk about Fix TF2. So we've been campaigning Fix TF2 for just over a week now, and we haven't had an official response yet from Valve. And I don't think this is personally a bad thing, and allow me to explain to you why. So for a little bit of a recap, the very first time the Save TF2 protest was going on, we got a tweet basically the next day on May 27th. Now at the time, this felt great as we'd felt like we had won, but in the end, all this tweet really did was silence us for a couple years. Yes, I know it was likely because of this that Valve went on to hire an external contractor to help work on TF2. However, what has really changed in that time? Not a lot. So that's how the first Save TF2 protest went. And now fast forward to the modern day, where people seem to utterly be relying upon the fact that we need a public response from Valve, otherwise this protest has been considered a failure, when I honestly don't see the logic in that. Let's just imagine every scenario as I see them. Imagine if Valve came out right now and physically acknowledged the Fix TF2 protest. That would mean that they are acknowledging how bad of a state the game is in, how bad the bots have become, how much they have neglected the game for several years, and how angry the fans have been at them for doing so. Publicly acknowledging the Fix TF2 protest for Valve is publicly acknowledging all of the bad things they have done towards TF2 and several of their other games and communities as well. Why would they ever publicly come out and admit that? It doesn't make sense. And let's say they did make another tweet. Are you going to believe them after last time? No, of course you're not. Last time Valve came out and publicly acknowledged a TF2 protest, they practically just lied to us. So why are people so reliant upon the idea that we must have some sort of public announcement, otherwise we've failed? Which, 2 minutes into the video, and I'm very sorry about that, brings me to my main point. We should not rely on a public announcement from Valve on Fix TF2 because it's not going to happen, and instead, what I believe will happen is that they will silently start to work on things behind the scenes. Valve's track record isn't necessarily one of doing public Q&As and announcements and, well, communicating with their communities and fans. That's just not what they do, and every time I've seen them previously try to do so, they haven't really done a very good job at it. However, in the 8 years of to which I have been a Valve fan, I guess you could say, I have seen them silently work on things behind the scenes without telling people what they are up to and getting stuff done in the process. So, what I genuinely think will come from the Fix TF2 protest is that the summer update will be delayed until some major changes can be made to TF2 so it can all be shipped into the same patch. I don't think these changes will ever publicly be acknowledged by Valve apart from the various patch notes that roll along with updates, and I don't think they'll get any sort of special segment or anything. I think the changes will silently be made over a long period of time until things are in a good state. I have been playing ever since before Meet Your Match, and I have seen the changes made throughout that update firsthand, and this is the kind of pattern I generally find that Valve tends to follow. Valve is an inconsistent company, sure, but they are not ignorant to their own evils. They know full well what is wrong with TF2, and they know full well why and that we are protesting. And I think they know fully well that giving any sort of public statement on the matter would be shooting themselves in the foot and would not make anyone happy in the slightest. If we just really think about it for a second, if Valve came out and made some sort of public statement, be it on Steam, Twitter, some sort of news source, tomorrow, anything, on the Fix TF2 protest, regardless of whether it was positive, we'd all be enraged and we'd all be furious. One, because it took so long for them to make a statement, and two, because we wouldn't trust them. So why would they bother in the first place, when they could just make the changes silently and move on? I really hope some of what I've said has been English and I haven't just made everyone watching very, very angry. I'm really sorry if I haven't communicated my point well, but my basic TLDR is don't expect a public response from Valve, yet do expect an internal one, as I am genuinely optimistic and believe that there will be some sort of internal movement caused by Fix TF2 at Valve. I just don't think there will be a public one, and I don't think we should hang up on that fact. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'm very sorry for the lack of proper uploads. Please give me some more time until I'm better to do so, as I can't really record voiceovers like this. But anyway, thank you once again for watching. Continue to spread hashtag FixTF2 as far as the eye can see, and I will see you later down the sunny road.